Thank you. Excuse me. It's a very emotional moment, and I'm very, very happy and proud. When I was a little girl, I was very attracted to books. I thought of books and was drawn to books the way some people are drawn to jewels. To me, books were the greatest treasure, and I learned to read very young. When I was a little girl, my mother sent me to Bible school, and I learned the story of Solomon. And I learned that God said to Solomon, "Tell me what you would like, and I will give it to you." And Solomon said, "I would like wisdom and knowledge so I can lead the people." And I thought that this was very beautiful. But then, sadly, I learned that Solomon was so beguiled by material things and power that he abused this privilege and put a great stain upon his name. And so I tried to remember this early lesson, to not place material gain and material goods before knowledge and wisdom. I dreamed of being a student in a great university such as this, but I was from a very poor family, and even more important, I was not a very good student. I had the desire, but not the aptitude. God had given me an expansive imagination and the hunger to learn, but not a very scientific mind. And though I dreamed of being a scientist like Madame Curie, or a philosopher like Ludwig Wittgenstein, I was basically a skinny little girl who loved Pinocchio. So I never did achieve my dream of going to a great university. And I had my education through books. One of my favorite books as a little girl was Songs of Innocence and Experience by William Blake. I loved this little book, although it took me a while to understand it, because it encompassed everything: art, poetry, song, humanism, activism. For Blake in his poems championed women, and Blake in his poems protested child labor, and he championed the child. And so, early on, William Blake was my teacher. My mother and father were also great teachers. Although they were also from humble origins, my mother taught me to read, and my father taught me the importance of a strong work discipline, that it was very, very important to do one's work and do it well, no matter how humble, every single day. In 1967, I left home and to seek new things, new ideas, new possibilities in New York City. I met Robert Mapplethorpe. Both of us were poor. Both of us had great imaginations. We loved art. We shared a common vision, and we both loved William Blake. Robert and I would sit on the floor and draw and look at books and read and imagine a better life for ourselves. And in 1969, we went to New York City from Brooklyn and lived in the Chelsea Hotel. The Chelsea Hotel was really my new university. And it was there that I met some of my greatest teachers. There were filmmakers, musicians, and poets, and activists, and I became friends with Allen Ginsberg. Allen Ginsberg was my great teacher. He taught me the importance of being engaged politically, to be aware of the world around me, and also to remember poetry as a driving force of everything I did, art and activism. Allen was a William Blake scholar, and I can tell you a little story. At the end of Allen Ginsberg's life, I sat with him, and he was in his last hours under a picture of Walt Whitman. And I was walking about and I looked in his library, and he had hundreds of books about William Blake. And I opened one, and in the margins of the book, everywhere where there was a space, Allen had written his own poetry, his own ideas, his own thoughts, his own annotations, because he could not resist to continuously be engaged, of thinking, of commentating. And that too was a great lesson. My other great teacher at the Chelsea Hotel was William Burroughs. William Burroughs was a great man, a great writer. And when I was young, I had a big crush on him. And I would always try to flirt with him. And he would say, "My dear, I'm homosexual." But that was okay. I still liked him. I still had a crush on him because he was very handsome. William taught me one of my most beautiful life lessons. He taught me that the most important thing for a human being and an artist, a writer, a poet, anyone who gives to the people, to keep your name clean, to keep your name free from the stain of ambition over the beauty of the work, to keep your name clean even as Solomon did not. And I thought that this was something that I wanted to continue to live by as much as I could. So today, as I come to a university, one of the greatest universities in the world, I have to thank my teachers who helped me get on the path that brought me here. And so I thank Allen, and I thank Allen Ginsberg, I thank William Burroughs, I thank my mother and father, and I would like to also thank my beloved husband, Fred Sonic Smith. He did not live long enough to watch his children grow. He did not live very long, but I spent the last part of his life with him, and he taught me so much about singing, songwriting, political activism, humanism. We wrote people of the power together with a common vision to ignite and to inspire the people. And he gave me a beautiful son and a beautiful daughter. And my son has a family and is a musician, and my daughter, Jessie, is a musician and a climate change activist. And I know he would be very proud of them. I would also like to thank my editor, Betsy Lerner. You do not know her, and perhaps never heard of her, but she came into my life in 1997. She offered me the opportunity to write Just Kids and the books I've written since. She has been my friend, my editor, and my guide, and has aided in my evolution as a writer. As I reach this moment to become one of you, I am aware that I am part of a community soon to celebrate its 800th anniversary, 800 years of shepherding and educating our youth. It's a very beautiful thing. A school attended by Copernicus, who knew where the sun was, so many humanists and scientists, the father of human anatomy, William Harvey, who described the functions of the heart and circulatory system, so many poets, and the first woman to receive a doctorate of philosophy in 1678, Elena Granera, Ecopia, and a university that had working within its halls the great Galileo as its teacher. And I have to say that I was able to touch the desk of Galileo when I was here. And it was the most exciting thing that happened, next, of course, to seeing the Giottos in the cathedral. But it was a beautiful thing to see Giotto's desk, because Galileo's desk, because Galileo's desk looks like it could have been the table of a farmer. It is a humble, strong, sturdy, big wooden desk, and I was amazed. It is not the table or desk of a pope or a prince, but a learned and humble and beautiful teacher. And now, magnified by you all, I promise to do better in the future. I promise to do my work as well as I can, to continue my daily practice of being aware of our world, but also of poetry and art. And I will always remember this day, November 28th, 2019. In America, right now, my family is celebrating Thanksgiving, a day of being thankful and grateful. I am very thankful to you all and very grateful. Culturally, today is the birthday of William Blake, and he has represented visionary joy in the face of strife. So I thank you all for crowning my Blakean year. that I was told that the white sleeves are for literature. Literature and writing is my first great love. But I also came here as a singer, and I would like to sing you one song. I have to say, I've never sung with a gown on. I'll do my best. The song that I'm going to sing is called My Blakean Year. And within this song, which was composed from a poem, it contains all of the things that we are speaking of today. And again, thank you everyone. I'm so happy. In my Blakean year, I was so disposed toward a mission yet unclear, and fancy old but cold, lodging ring into my ear, obey the simple code. The road was paved in gold. The road was just a road. In my Blakean year, such a woeful schism, the pain in our existence was not as I envisioned. Boots that tramp from track to track, worn down to the soul. When road was paved in gold, when road is just a road. In my Blakean year, temptation, yeah, there is just a shallow spear, road and cowardice. Brace yourself for bitter flack, for a life divine, a labyrinth of riches never shall unwind. The tears that bind the pilgrim sack are stitched into the Blakean back. To throw off your stupid cloak, embrace all that you feel.